Hello everyone. We are now going to learn about costing variant as part of our SAP product costing. Let me tell you what is a costing variant. Okay, by the very word variant, you understand there are multiple ways of costing. Okay, and costing is nothing but determination of the va- price of a finished good or a semi-finished good, right? So in a semi-finished good or a finished good, we have primarily bill of material, then we have activity prices, then we have certain overheads that we apply. So these put together comprises the cost, right? Then why do we have variant? So that's a good question. So let's say here, okay, this is a simple cost estimate for one of the semi-finished good which we created, BB10 SFG001. In bill of material, we said that raw material 1 will be for to produce 1 unit. I will require 1 unit of raw material 1001. Raw material 2 will be required 3 units of raw material. Then labor, machine, power, fuel. I said 1 hour. These are the prices. How these are prices are coming, we will discuss in the cost estimate. For now, what we are seeing is that so you have the total price coming to 1838 or something. Now, the main purpose of costing variant is if you go to this particular raw material, there will be multiple prices. If you go into the material master, you will be able to see there is a standard price, there is a moving average price, then there is a future price, then there is a tax price, then there is a commercial price. So when determining the cost, which price should it pick up? Should it pick up the moving average price, standard price, future price, or commercial price, or should it pick up what you call tax inventory price? Which price should it pick up? Similarly, if you see here the rate, let me draw something. If you look at this rate here, okay, these rates are picked up from the KP26. You do the planned activity rate determination per hour rate, right? You got for labor here 160 as the rate. Now this is the planned rate for this period. Do you want to take the planned rate for this period? Okay, this planning is something you did in January and now we are in August, or should it pick up the actual prices based on previous month's calculation, right? To do the cost estimate, should it take the actual price which you calculated based on previous month, or should it take compute an average based on all the previous 7 months of planned price? So the costing variant, you will tell in the costing variant which particular price it has to pick up. This is the functionality of one set of functionality of costing variant. So let me go to the next screen. So this is a cost estimate which I explained you, right? What a costing variant does, let me go a little more detail and explain it to you in the next screen. Now here it is. A costing variant comprises of all these components. What does it comprise of? Costing type, valuation variant, date control, quantity structure control, transfer control, and reference variant. Okay. Costing, you always estimate a material based on certain plant. Why? To produce the same material in two different plants, you might come up with two different prices. Probably the labor cost in one plant is relatively higher than the labor cost in another place. So your cost per hour of labor will stand different between these two plants. Cost of raw materials might be different in these two plants, though you are doing centrally procuring, but the transport cost of one plant might be higher than the transport cost of the other plant. So again, the cost of the raw materials that is going to produce the semi-finished goods or finished goods again is changing. The cost of machine depreciation cost can be different. Cost of fuel, you know that the fuel cost is different in each of the states in of India. So the cost can be different based on the taxes, etc. So that is where the valuation variant helps you pick up which price you want to take. Okay, that valuation variant is assigned to costing variant. Valuation variant is all about picking the prices, which overhead it has to take. Costing variant has another component here. If you see here, costing variant has another component which is called costing type. Now, are you doing this costing variant to determine the tax inventory price, commercial inventory price, or are you doing it for a cost estimate, for legal valuation purpose, or are you doing for profit center valuation purpose, or are you doing for group valuation purpose? So you will determine the valuation type, and then you will determine this variant should go and update which price in the material master. Let me go to the material master and show it to you. So let me clear these settings here. Okay, come to the pointer. So the costing type determines, one is for which valuation. Are you doing this for legal valuation or for profit center valuation or group valuation? At this point of time, you ignore what these are. Okay, let's say we are only going to stick to legal valuation, right? And that what price it has to update in the material master. Now if you see here, let me go to the SAP. Okay, my SAP is okay, let me go to the material master. Okay, so for this SFT, if you look at it, do you see here there is a standard price, then there is a future price, right? Previous price, right? Then there is a periodic unit price that you get it after you do the costing run. Okay, there is a tax price 1, 2, 3. There is a commercial price 1, 2, 3, right? You have tax prices, commercial prices. So which particular price it has to go and update from a cost estimate purpose? So should it update planned price 1? Should it update planned price 2? Should it update planned price 3? Which one should it update? So that is what the costing type will determine. Fair enough. Let me show you where this setting is done. Okay. So what did I tell you? I told you that a costing variant consists of these 6 components here. Let me show you the part: controlling, product cost planning, material cost estimate with quantity structure. Now here are costing variants. In costing variants, you assign a costing type, valuation variant. Let me show it to you in the PPT. So to the costing variant, you assign costing type, valuation variant, date control, quantity structure control, transfer control, reference variant. So let me go back. I'll show you the costing variant. So click here in the costing variant, define costing variant. See, select any of them. I will take PPC1. So can you see these 6 things are assigned: costing type, valuation variant, date control, quantity structure, transfer control, reference control. So which costing type have I given to PPC1? This is a SAP pre-delivered costing variant. Which costing type have I chosen? I have chosen standard cost. What does the standard cost contain? Let us see. So go back, go to the costing type. In my PPT, what did I say? Is costing type determines which price to update and which is the valuation type. Okay, click on this define costing type. Okay, so that costing variant PPC1 had 01 as the costing type, and 01 costing type is going to update standard price with legal valuation. What else can it update? It can update tax-based price, commercial price, price other than standard price. It can update it. And it can update legal valuation based on legal valuation view. Okay. So start of the period, with the start of the period, miscellaneous calculation basis cost of goods manufactured. So 01 is the costing type. Costing type primarily has 2 things. One is costing type. Okay, and so sorry, costing type has price update and which price it is going to update, and the valuation view. Correct. So I have here price update, which price update, and valuation type is assigned to costing type. This costing type is assigned to costing variant. Let me show you another costing type which I had created with profit center valuation. So if you go to GPV, so now this is going to update standard price of profit center valuation, not legal valuation. If you look at the material master here, you have here all these 3 are legal valuations, right? I'll set in the advanced course curriculum, I will show you how to set legal valuation, profit center valuation, and group valuation. Then I will create three different costing types. One costing type will update the standard price for legal valuation. Another one will update cost standard price for profit center valuation. And the third one will do for group valuation. Got it? So this way I will create three different costing types and assign it to three different versions. So 01, GV, PV, these are costing types. So if you go to GV, it says update standard price, but for group valuation. Very, very important. Okay. Then you can have others also. Like for example, let's see if I have a tax. So it is going to update the tax based price. So I don't want to update the tax based price. So I come. So next, if I go to the costing variant, okay, in PPC1, okay, in PPC1, the next component is valuation variant. What did I tell you? What does the valuation variant do? Valuation variant will tell what prices to pick for material, what prices to pick for activity, what it should pick for subcontracting, whether it is the gross quotation price or net quotation price. Same thing for external processing, which particular overhead costing sheet it should pick up, and then certain miscellaneous things, right? Let me come back here. So this is the standard PPC1 is given by SAP, pre-delivered by SAP. Go to the valuation variant. What is the valuation variant assigned here? 001. Okay, my server again, there is a disruption. Okay, so I have a valuation variant. Click on this valuation variant, or you can go back and go through the node also. I can click here, go and go to the valuation variant 001. Go to the valuation variant. What did I say? A valuation variant will determine the price that needs to be picked in the ranking. So if you see for raw materials or subcomponents, right, it should go and pick up the valuation price as per price control. If that is not available, it should go and pick up standard price. If standard price is not available, it should go and pick up moving average price. If moving average price is not available, it should pick the planned price one and future standard price. This way it has to pick. This is the ranking order. Okay. And then what is the next one? Activity types. For activity types, do you remember labor, machine, power and fuel? What price should it pick up? It should pick up the planned price for this specific period. If I am running this cost estimate for August, whatever is the planned price, it should pick up. What if I have not maintained the planned price? Then I will say the second one, pick up the average of all previous fiscal year fiscal year periods plan. That is from Jan to July. Take all the plan and take an average. What if even there I have not maintained? Then I will say go and pick up the actual price of previous period. Actual price determination you will do using a transaction code KSII. I will show this to you, actual activity rate calculation. So instead of planned price, even though it is for planning purpose, it will take the previous month's actual price. So that ranking order I have defined in the valuation variant. In subcontracting again, it should take the net quotation price. If that is not available, go and pick up gross quotation price. If that is not there, effective price from purchase order, you pick it up. Same thing for external processing. And in overhead, you see, it has given K100, okay? But I will set this at what you call plant level. I'll do this at plant level. What I have to do, go to the valuation variant 001 and assign it to our plant. See, it's already several plants are assigned here. I will click new entries, okay? And I will give my plant as BB10. Click BB10. Say okay. Okay. All these pricings, if you want to change at plant level different prices, you can do it. Go to overhead. I don't need K100 because my overhead is B100. I'll give B100 and go to miscellaneous and click save. So the valuation variant, I have assigned it to BB10. Save, come back, again give new entries, again say BB20. I am going to assign it to BB20 also. So I am assigning this valuation variant to both my plants BB10 and BB20. In BB20, I will say you take the different ranking order if you want. By plant also you can set it up. Okay. So now this valuation variant I am not going to change. Okay. Only the overhead sheet I am saying B100, miscellaneous, save. That's all. Back. What is the third setting you are costing variant is using, this is my costing variant, date control. So I can click here and go to the date control. So date control, it says costing date is always from current date. Costing date 2 is maximum value. It will be 31/12/9999. Quantity structure date means the BOM and routing. Though picking it up from current date, whichever is the most relevant quantity structure, you take it. And valuation date is it is going to update as today's date for valuation purposes. Okay, I'm not going to disturb this. I will use the same standard. If you want to define a new date control, you can take it and create a new costing variant and assign it. Please do not disturb the PPC one. Okay, many students will be using in this pricing. Okay, what is the next one it is doing? Quantity structure control. Do you remember in the bill of material and routing I told you, for the same semi-finished goods or finished goods, I can have alternative bill of material. I can have one bill of material with a different proportion of raw materials. In another one, I can have another set of bill of material. So I can have multiple bill of material for the same semi-finished good. Similarly, you can have multiple routings for the same this thing. So the quantity structure control helps determine which particular BOM application it should take. So the BOM application it should take is PC01. Click on BOM application. So selection ID, alternate determination. So it automatically determines which particular BOM has to be taken. Alright. So go back, go to the routing. For routing, you are saying always take 01 as default. That's it. If you want to create a new routing selection, you can do that. Usually production planning people, you will rely on them, their expertise. You will not go and disturb here. So I will rather choose the standard itself, right? What is transfer control? Transfer control I will show you in a PowerPoint. Okay, you can create a transfer control. So let me show you this example. Okay, this is the example we will also be doing. Okay. Okay, can you see here plant 1? In plant 1, you are producing SFG 1, right? You are producing semi-finished good. Okay, it has a BOM and routing. Now, this semi-finished good is used in the another finished good. It is used in another finished good here, right? For this finished good, the BOM of SFG you can inherit from here. You don't want to cost this BOM again. When you do the cost estimate for this finished good, you wanted to directly leverage the cost estimate of the SFG 1 computed in plant 1. Then it will automatically be done here. Let me just do an escape. So there is a small mistake here. Instead of FG, I should say SFG. Okay. This is SFG. Okay. So what I am saying, see, when I am estimating for plant 2, I am using this particular SFG, BOM of SFG. So should I again recalculate the SFG cost estimate? Not required. It can easily get transferred from plant 1. SFG 1 cost estimate can get transferred to the BOM SFG in plant 2. So that is what the transfer structure setting is. So when you are doing SFG in one plant, then finished good in another plant. So whatever cost estimate you have done in plant 1, that gets transferred to plant 2. You don't have to recalculate. So the performance you try to save, you don't load the server for unnecessary reasons, right? Because it is already calculated, you want to leverage it. So that is what is a transfer control. So now go back. Now, so as I told you, do you recollect? So a costing variant contains 6 different settings, right? 6 different settings. So let me just erase all this drawing. So costing variant contains which costing type is going to be used, and costing type again it contains what price should be updated, which valuation view should be used. Valuation variant helps determine which price of material should be considered to estimate this material, which price of activity should be taken. If there is subcontracting, is it gross price or net price? The ranking of the price which it should pick up. Date control will tell from when this quantity structure, BOM and routing, which date it should consider, from when it is applicable. Okay, what is the date of valuation of this material, etc. Date control we said. Quantity structure control will tell if you have multiple routings and multiple bombs, what should be the determination strategy. Transfer control, it will transfer the estimates of subcomponents to the main components. If you have already done the estimate of a semi-finished good, then again it will not do the estimation for SFG when you are consuming this SFG to estimate the finished good. Now look at it. Now control is over. Now in PPC1 there is quantity structure, pass on lot size, ignore production cost estimate without quantity structure. If you have already done a without cost estimate structure estimate for this, do not consider that, because now I am having a firm quantity structure, so I will redo my cost estimate. Okay, then additive cost, as of now this is again part of the advanced curriculum. Update, savings allowed, save error log, etc. Itemization you need. Itemization I will show you in the cost estimate. Assignments. Assignments are important when it comes to PPC1. Ensure that your cost component structure is mapped to your company code. Now if I click on cost component structure, B100 is already defined against B1. So you don't have a problem. B100 is defined for B1. Go to costing version. Okay. Do you have any costing version here? Only K100 is there, right? Quantity structure type. So for costing version, there's no requirement, nothing. You don't do anything, just leave it. Cost components split in controlling area currency, I need it. So for B100, it is no additional cost component structure is not ticked. So go here BB100, double click on this, nothing is coming. So click on create. Okay, in create for B100 with costing type 01, valuation variant 001. Select new entries. B100, costing type is 01, valuation variant is 001. Save. Save, back. Okay, save, back. Okay, now it doesn't get ticked. I have to go back and come. Okay, go back. So I have saved it. Define costing variant. Go to PPC1. In PPC1, go to assignments. Go to cost component split structure. See, B100 is now activated. Cross company costing. When you are wanting to transfer, semi-finished goods or finished goods from one plant to another plant, you will require this. So what I will do, click on cross company code costing. It is not enabled for B100. Click on create. Okay, so it is not yet created, so I have to create it. Click on new entries. So B100 is my controlling area. Costing type is 01. Valuation variant is 001. Cost across company codes, I put a tick mark. Save. Okay, go back. Save. Go back. It is not yet ticked. Save. So you don't get the tick mark. Go outside and come back again. Save, back. Again click on define costing variants. Select PPC1. Go to assignments. Go to cross company code costing. See, now you will find this tick mark. Okay. Now go to miscellaneous. Error management, nothing to be done. Again go back to control. Go to valuation variant. In valuation variant, okay, valuation variant, you assign this 001 to your plant. Click here, double click on valuation variant plant. I have already done this. Can you see? I have already done this. Now I'll double click on this and check what is the overhead I am using here. See, for my plant, I have used K100, which is wrong. I should use B100. I'll select B100 and say save. Again the same thing, go back, do it for BB20 plant, double click on BB20, go to the overhead. My overhead that it should use is B100, click on save. That's it. Come back, save, back. That's it. Your settings for valuation variant for costing purpose is done, right? However, when you run the production order, okay, you have some more settings for valuation variant 6 and 7, which I have already done during the PP settings, but nevertheless let me show it to you. It's not here. Okay, price update, it's not here. Okay, cost of product cost controlling, cost object controlling, cost by order. Can you see manufacturing orders? In manufacturing orders, can you see PP orders? So value, the check valuation variant is 006 for plant. Just check whether you have assigned your plant. Click on valuation variant plant. Okay. See, you have already assigned it. Just click on this one and check what is the overhead. You have chosen T100, which is wrong. You should choose B100. Save. Okay. Back. BB20. For BB20, again, the costing sheet is wrong. It should be B100, rectified. So 006 is for production order planned values. I'll show you what this production order planned values is also. When you, let me go to an existing order and show you /O CO03. Okay, let me just go to CO03. Choose an existing order 223. Say OK. See, when you do a cost, right, when you do a production order, it calculates the cost even before you do the actual production. That is called the planned cost. So at the time of the planned cost also, you wanted to know which price it should pick up for raw materials here, right? Which price it should pick for activity, which costing sheet it should use, right? I cannot go and give T100 costing sheet for my B100 company code, right? Because I have created a costing sheet. So I'll have to give that in the planned costing variant 006 for production orders. I am giving it here. See, production order planned against valuation variant. I will go to my plant and I will double click this and check what material value prices I should pick up for order cost analysis purpose. So this is correct, B100. Okay, back, 007. I will redo this for actuals. What is actuals? Once I do the production, see here total actual cost. I will again rerun the overhead. So I have to assign the overhead, right, for actuals. Post, once you finish the production against this order, you have to apply an overhead costing. So that is what is there in this actual. So 007. So go to valuation variant plant. I have already assigned this plant. Otherwise, click on new entries and do that one. Double click on this. So again, the costing sheet was not available. Now that I have created B100, I will save it. Back, go to BB20, go to overhead. This is already B100, which is goods. No, BB20 I have to do. Sorry, I have selected BB100. Go to BB20. BB20 plant, again it should be B100. With this, the costing variant is done. The next class I am going to show you how to run a cost estimate and how to mark and release it. But see, I am just opening the cost estimate here. So let me just save it, come out completely. Done. Okay. Go to the transaction CK11N. CK11N is to cost estimate. So do you remember I told you every time, any time you estimate the cost for a material, you always do in reference to a plant, right? And you will give a variant. The variant we have selected is PPC1. PPC1. And look at it, based on the date, it has taken this date structure. Quantity structure, we have defined the quantity control. Once I say enter, it will get populated. For this BB10 SFG 001, it will start doing the cost estimate. See, cost estimate itemization has come. How these cost estimates has come, how to save it, mark it, release it, I will show you in the next assignment class. But for now, if you look at it, it will go to the quantity structure, it will take the bill of material based on the strategy you have applied there. Based on the strategy you have applied there. I will try to define two different costing variants and show it to you if you still have confusion. But for now, I'm not going to run the cost estimate because that is for the next session. Okay, let me close this. Okay, let me come to the PowerPoint. Quick recap. Okay, so this is an example of a cost estimate right? Cost estimate helps me to determine the cost of a finished good as a or a semi-finished good, but I need to define a strategy to understand which price of these raw material should it be picked. In Material Master, I maintain multiple prices. One standard price, moving average price, tax price, commercial price, planned price. So I should tell the system, right, what price should be considered when I am estimating for my semi-finished good or a finished good. So that strategy is defined in costing variant. Similarly for activities, so costing variant contains of 6 controls: costing type, valuation variant, date control, quantity structure control, transfer control, reference variant, right? Costing type tells you what price will be updated. Once you do the cost estimate in the Material Master, what price it should update, whether it should update standard price or whether it should update the tax price, right? Similarly, valuation type is based on legal valuation, profit center valuation, or group valuation, etc. Right? This is done. Next, I showed you about transfer control. Now coming to SAP product cost training. So this program is divided into 2 different offerings. One is foundational. The second one is advanced scenario. Right? So happy practicing. Practice everything. Thank you very much for your time and thanks for your patience. Thank you.